Hello everyone, this is my first story time rant video ever. This is a story that happened a long time ago, but I wanted to tell you guys about it. It all started one day in school. I was walking back to my classroom to go get some books to read while I wait for it to be my time for the hearing test, but as I walk back to my classroom alone, I see Nellie and May, my best friends. But Nellie was crying, and May was trying to comfort her. I asked what happened, and May tells me Mr. R, a student teacher there that is low-key, kinda sassy and rude. I honestly don't like him. Neither doesn't May. She told me him and Zoe, the girl with a bad reputation, were making cruel comments about Nellie, and Mr. R was just laughing. I was mad, really mad. We went to the classroom to go comfort Nellie. She was crying to her hands. A teacher walked in and told us that we had to go take the hearing test. I didn't argue much. I just walked with my friends back. I comforted Nellie and let her read my books. The teacher told me to stop moving, but I didn't listen. Later, as we come back, I'm really angry, so I decided to go to my locker to get my water bottle. I literally announced it that I was going to go get my water bottle. My friend May was going to the bathroom, but as we both walk out to get our stuff, Mr. R stumps out and you'll set us to go back in. He all that us that we're being disrespectful. I turned around and asked him, "How are we being disrespectful?" He says that we just left without asking. I say that it's literally my locker and that our normal teacher would have loved us go because it was literally my locker. It was like 10 steps away from the classroom, and May says she signed out before we're going to the bathroom. Mr. R says that May is fine, but I was being disrespectful. Even though I was lying, I told him that I was not being disrespectful and that I literally announced I was going to go to my locker. He says that he's going to call the office. I told him that I'm not going to the office, and by that time, May already left to go to the bathroom. Mr. R says one of the teachers from the office and tell us to bring me to the office. I tell her that I'm not going to the office. She says, come on, let's go. I told him I'm not going after 5 minutes of arguing with both of them. I finally decide to agree. But he told them that if May it's not coming, then neither am I. Then she walks out of the bathroom and the two of us go to the office. The funny thing is that all we did, we sit and outside the office, absolutely doing nothing. 5 minutes later, May and I agreed to just ask the principal. If we can leave, we go up to the principal, which all happened. She said she'll talk to Zoe and we can go back to class. We were laughing, thinking it was just a break. We walked back into the classroom. We're reading together, but I looked up from my book and see Zoe talking to Nellie at her desk, and Nellie seemed both scared and uncomfortable. I yelled from across the room to Zoe to tell her to leave her alone. Then I'll look back out down at my book, but then a few later I looked back up and see Zoe at my desk, grabbing my stuff. I need to show her back and tell her to leave me alone, and then she can't touch my stuff. She tries to kick me. I do it. She tried to kick me again. I take a sit back and I tell her to stop, that she starts talking about. I'm scared. I tell him not scared. I just don't want to get hurt. Our substitute teacher was subbing at that time because our normal teacher is not there due to having her baby anyways, or substitute teacher works up to us, she sighs, and then she says, I don't have time for this. I'll just call somebody from the office to come and get y'all. I told her to find I'm going to the office, but I'm not having this. I sit back and read my book. Zoe, it's really mad. I just ignore her of you later, our substitute teacher. What's up to me with a calm smile? She asked me if I want to go to another classroom since I'm not really safe here because of Zoe. I ask her if I can go to Mr. Bo's classroom. Since my best friend is there, she says that I can go to Miss Hawes' room. Another one of my friends is there, so I agree. I grab my stuff and I leave and I'll got the door and tell her that I was done here. Everybody looks at me. She looks a little disappointed, thinking that I did something wrong. I explained to her what happened. She smiles and tells me to take a seat. I take a seat, everybody's coming up to me and ask what happened to tell him what happened. I'm dying quietly. I'm with my other friends, and that's what happened. I left in the bus. I was telling my friends what happened. My mom thinks it was ridiculous, and that it's not okay, but it's fine because she bought me some cost. Make a brownie ice cream, which I love, and that's what happened. Thankfully, Mr. R is no longer here since he's like off to graduation or something. I'm glad we're doing okay now, and with Zoe, she was still her friend. We were cool, but right now there's rumors about her getting arrested or something. That's a story for another day. Thank you for staying and listening. Hopefully this is not my last rant.